Good afternoon, folks. Today is Thursday, May the 16th, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I've come over to do some little work on my garden and see if any of my other plants have come up besides the corn that I planted. But I wanted to show you this. Back in the fall, and I put down a bunch of wildflower seeds. And then in the spring, I had another, and I just threw them. And they are coming up, and look at that. They're coming up, and that's a good thing. I hope I don't have any blackberry bushes coming up. I think that's what that is. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, all this bank was sown in wildflower seeds, and they're beginning to pop out. So I'm glad of that. I just hope it they reseed and this whole bank side becomes wildflower. I threw some out on that bank over there. The ground was so hard that I don't think they took. I had a few that came up, but not many. There just wasn't any place for them to take root. You know, the parable of the sower. Well, those seeds fell on rocky ground. All right. Okay. So what we're going to do today is first we're going to look to see if we have anything coming up. I might have planted them too early. I don't know. I don't see anything right now coming up. Well, there's an okra plant coming up right there. I don't see any butter beans yet though. I may have to come back and plant them again. I don't know. But the corn is doing reasonably well. Tomatoes are really getting tall. Look how much they've grown. So, yeah, they're coming on. That one's got a bloom on it. Even the ones that I planted and seeded, they're liking it a lot. Okay, what we're going to do today is, well, one more thing. Peach trees. We got some more rain coming in tonight, and I'm not going to cover them up. I'm going to let the rain hit them this time. But this peach tree, oh my gosh, look at all the new growth it's got on it. I mean, it's just shot up. Look at all those. This one's not as perky. No, any of the others, but that's got a new growth on it, and new growth there. So we're just going to let it go as it goes. And I need to spray some malathion on this thing. And this one's looking, oh, it's got a blight or something. Oh, an insect on it. Yep. Insects have been chewing on it. So I gotta get this sprayed. Okay. So what we're going to do is, these strawberries are putting on runners, and they say that right there is you can start rooting those. And I have not done that. I've not tried it, but I'm going to cut these runners off, and I'm going to take my tiller, and I'm just going to till up a spot right in here, and I'm going to plant them right there to see how well they do. And may need to weed eat it a little bit too. That's that See that right there? I do not know what that is. I don't know if that's locust or what that is, but this whole property was full of those things. And they're trying to come back from the seeds that's been here for years and years and years, and they will keep coming. So, all right. So let me get the tiller going and get that tilled up, and then I'll start doing some snipping on these runners. Okay, well that's a nice one. There's some nice ones. They're really big. So I'll get those planted in the ground. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just do the whole row. I probably have more than I want to plant, but I'm gonna take the best ones that look like they're really matured and plant those. So let me collect those and then I'll come back to you. Okay, what I'm doing is, these got some pretty good foliage on them. They're wilting real quick, so I'm gonna have to get them in the ground. But I'm just clipping them off right there and getting the ones. See, that one right there has already got a root starting on it. So I'm gonna use that, get that in the ground. I had several that were very large that was already rooting in a little bit of dirt that they could find. See if I can find them. Oh, here's one. Oh, see that one right there? That one was really rooting really good, so I got to get that one in the ground pretty quick. That's a nice one right there. Just wanting to root. There's one that's small wanting to root. this one will be the last one, and then I'm going to plant them. Got to get them in the ground. They don't like this heat. There's one more that's got a root. And that one's got a root. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. This is a test anyway. All right, so I'm going to get these planted. I took my shovel and I dug and made me a little row. And I think I'll take my shovel on this side and bring it up a little bit, and then I'm just going to stick them in the ground. Okay, I'm gonna water them and see how they do. Let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I had a couple more, but that's enough for this little test to see how well this does. Okay, I'm gonna get these watered and then I'll show you what else we're gonna do. All right, well, I'm on the other side of the road, on this side of the property. And when I parked my trailer here, and when I got through, I'd scotched it on that side over there. And this has got a slight grade, downhill grade to it. It's not very steep, but it's enough. And when I hooked it off the trailer, off the truck, the trailer caught on the scotch on that side, and then it wanted to rotate like this. So I'm fixing to hook it up here, pull it up, put another 3x5 on this side over here, so it'll be squared up if I have to come over here and get it in my truck. it in place. Scotched up. Now let's go over here and check on our watermelons. The ground temperature has to be like 70 degrees, and it hasn't been really that warm to get the ground heated up, so I don't know, I may have to come back and replant them. I don't see any here. I put the stakes right in front of where I planted the seed, and I see something coming up right here, but I'm not sure what that is. I think that's the watermelon. So we got one coming up. Oh, I got a watermelon coming up right there. I don't have any on that one yet. Oh, that one's nice. That's coming on up. Okay. I think this right here was the orange crush melons. And the other, on the other side, well, I got a bunch of grass trying to grow now. I'll come in and till that up. So it looks like all of my orange crush have sprouted, and I've got one of those, golly, I forgot the name of them. Sweet something or another. They're real green, small melons, really sweet. But I got two of those popping up. I just need the others to come on. What research since I've not grown melons before, the research that I found was that whenever they start coming up, they need some nitrogen all the way up till you see the blooms, and when they bloom, then you stop the nitrogen. But look at this. This is where I had my peas last year, and they're trying to come on up. So I'll take care of that. All right. I just need these little sweet whatever they are to come on up. Let's get with it. Yeah, here I go. Start pulling weeds, and I'll be pulling weeds all day. Okay. I will do that, but not right now. Well, I think that's going to be a wrap. Let's go down and check the watering hole. This is the path I cut back in spring, March, I believe it was. I've only been on it one other time with my Polaris. I need to get a track steer over here and run it ago that hole was full. You know what I think it leaks? It's leaks underneath that levee right there. And I got some plastic. And I may come down here and roll that plastic down in the bottom and roll it over the top. Throw some dirt on it to hold it so it won't leak underneath. If it leaks, it'll have to leak down. And when it does leak, it goes right through there and goes through the bottom all the way down and crosses over on the Grand Vista Bay and off of my property. But it comes back up of the hill. That's where we're fixing to go right now. Yeah, me and my wife came up here and she got some ferns, and I said, well, let's just ride down here and see what the water hole's doing. It was full. It was about 4 feet deep, crystal clear. Oh, isn't that nice? But it leaks out. I got so many ferns over here. I don't know if she came and got some, and so I don't know if they're going to live or not. But we put them in some pots. I got hundreds of nice ferns. There's a whole bunch right there. That whole hillside is just full of them. Ought to be having fawns. We ought to be seeing a bunch of fawns here pretty soon. Just any day. Got a pack of dogs, wild dogs, that's been loose over here, and they've been running the deer. I saw a pack of about 10 when I was turkey hunting. We're going to come back over here. We're going to get the water out of there. That thing has water has come down the hill all the way. You see where it's all washed out going back up the hill. Well, that topsoil sifts and it fills it up with dirt. So it's probably about half of that 100-gallon tank is full of mud. So I got to come over here and get all the water out of it, get the mud out of it, and fill it back up. We're going to do that probably next week. It's going to be hot, so you guys need to be putting on some cool clothes and putting on your tick spray. Should have taken down more of those trees right there. It's pretty tight fit for this Polaris. picture of the back of the property. I'm not going to go back there today. Got another watering hole back there. We're going to clean that one too when we clean this one. So let me get this thing up in high gear. Bring it out of four-wheel drive. Stop in and see how the fescue seed is coming up. I didn't think it would do much. Oh yeah, some of it's coming up. I didn't figure it would do very well because it was late spring when I put it down and it needs a lot of water and cool. But I see some coming up, so maybe it'll take on and spread. Maybe we'll see. More rain wouldn't hurt it. I think we're going to get a bunch tomorrow, Friday. So anyway, this front up here, it had a bunch of dead stuff when I cleared it, and when I got this open up and let the sunlight in, that grass, those weeds or whatever that is, just took over this place. I mean, just overnight. And I usually kill it before it gets too high, so I don't have to cut it. I did kind of run the mower over a little bit, but I'm gonna have to spray it, and I'm hoping it doesn't happen over there on that where my garden is when I cleared that up, because I don't know where these seeds came from, and I'm afraid that the ground is just covered with them over there. They just needed the sunlight and the heat to germinate, and I hope that's not going to be the case. But if it is, we'll deal with it. All right. Shut the gate and head back to the house and see what else I can do. I'll catch you guys up when we come back over to check on the strawberries and or to start fertilizing the watermelons, and or we start draining the water out of my water tanks so I can get that mud out of the bottom of them. So that's the next thing on our list. Remember, cool clothes and a lot of tick spray. That's what you're going to need. Bye.